Greetings. You know, I'm Terry, but that's not me, obviously. It's a name or a label, just we have our labels. But I think it's always down at the bottom of the YouTube and all that, and it's really great and appreciate being able to do this so much. And my topic, dear one, is how to attain greatness. Now, what is greatness? We call great would be hugeness. That would, to me, because see, the words, we have meanings that have been given to these words, these letters, these numbers, symbols and such, that have been subliminally programmed into our unconscious, all of us at some level, whatever language as such, to have the basic fear program running all the time. Also, the basic lack and limitation program, the basic program of death and loss, of fighting, war, competition. All of these are subliminal commands, suggestions that have been made to us and through every kind of institution or organization, even family, cultures, communities, villages, whatever it may be, as a system of control so that we can mold people into being a certain way in a very limited structure. But to do this, they have to not know who they are. And real greatness, you know, I was talking to this sweet lady the other day. We had a little counseling session here at Shasta, and I was counseling or working with her, and just to hear how all the magnificent things she's done in her life, so to speak, on her spiritual journey. She was even a nun, a sister for 5 years, and she always knew she didn't fit, but she said it was a wonderful experience, and she gained so much. And she's very, you know, she's like a God-loved person, that not the psychopathic God of, you know, fear-based religions and all of this thing, heaven, hell kind of a stuff. We're so far beyond that, so much greater, so much more than we have ever probably known or realized for who knows how long. But it's really only now. That means we can slough off and drop all that limited stuff. But we have to look at how are we functioning in our day-to-day, moment-to-moment, not day-to-day, moment-to-moment experience of being ourselves. And it's important to take the long view, in a sense, of knowing it's not even the long view, but it's the real wisdom level of who you are right now in this moment. If you just take a nice deep breath and, you know, just be there. Okay, and here we are together, each in our own individuality, and we're also still connected. You see, it's not all one, we're all going to merge, we're all the same, you're me, I'm you. That's not true. Totally, there's some partial truth. But see, in this world, for every this, there has to be a that. Every for, there has to be an against, because it keeps the duality, this reality, functioning as a relativity, that it's because of the heads on the coin that the tails exist, and that's called relativity. And what it isn't because of anything. We are part of the absolute. And as the absolute, there is no opposite to pure divine love. And I know when I was serving my teacher, in India, who is a great scholar, Haridas Shastri Maharaj Babaji, he's since left this realm, and I had the greatest opportunity to be able to be with him and take care of cows next to him and be in his classes, and there always need to be an interpreter and such. And he's a greatness, I would call him. And this lady, when I was working with, because her only problem was really not trusting herself and her own inner knowing. And that becomes the real problem that anybody has, is not trusting the inner knowing. And one of the basic things of a real divine being, truly, so if you know, is compassion, not just for humans, but for animals. And that compassion is when the real joy, you know how many people use people, and we really don't know each other at all, or haven't allowed ourselves to really be who we really are, so others can really know who we are, not just what you think you are. That's the mind, that's the false ego. That's the trouble, that's the competition, that's all that stuff. So the real way that everybody say, I want to change the world. Forget about the world. You want to be who you really are and help other people to be who they really are. And so that to me is real greatness, as greatness is helping others to be great as well. And when I look at, I contributed huge amounts of money to the building and to his work in a library, and also a whole apartment building and things like this for students, and library, and all of these things. And to me, it was such a pleasure to give for what I had received, because there was no way that I could ever pay for what I gained. And so often people just say thank you, but they never give in return, or they don't even say thank you nor give in return. And these are sad people, because they're always calculating numbers, figures. Did I get this? Did I get that? Did they do this for me? And I'll tell you, one of the first places that helped me in my prosperity consciousness was in my church, and that I was going to the Church of Religious Science in those days. I think they call it Centers for Spiritual Living. Now, anyway, that I would just serve, vacuum, clean, take care of things, teach Sunday school. It was never about the money. And I would give. And what happened is that for me, the more I gave, the more I received. But see, when littleness, not greatness, but minusculeness, minutiaeness, is always adding in the mind. Well, should I do this? Should I do that? Well, what about me? Now, that does not mean you aren't intelligent, but you're divinely intelligent. And greatness is demonstrated by how many people are experiencing greatness through what you offer. Yes. They often say people that have really secret recipe won't give the recipe to anybody else because they don't want them to have it. Real greatness is generosity of the heart. You wanting everyone to be all they can be. And that's your work.